Hey guys, and welcome to the Wayward Advanced tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be guiding you through the multi-step process of making iron ingots. First off, I want to say there is a difference between iron ingots and wrought iron. Wrought iron is just a hammer and iron ore on a furnace. I do not recommend making a lot of iron weapons and armor because they are very inferior to iron, and they're not that much more work. Considering that you're going to be doing a considerable amount of work to gather enough iron to make a full set, you may as well make an iron ore set. So there's 5 main steps. We're going to get going with the first step. So the first step is to craft sand cast flasks. The sand cast flasks will be used one for every iron ingot you make, as well as for any tool or armor you craft. So you're going to need a large number. I recommend collecting them several at a time. However, all you need to make one is 2 sand and 1 clay. So I'm going to gather 6. If you dig up the sand, you will get clay. That's by far the easiest way to find clay, but you can find it elsewhere. And then we need the wood as well. So you don't need any tools for this other than just a sharpened tool. So we will make the clay flakes. The clay flakes uses a mortar and pestle. Oh no, sorry, the clay flakes use sharpened. The refined sand uses mortar and pestle. So once you have your 6 refined sand, you can make green sand. Okay? And all you have to do is combine the green sand with the logs to get sand cast flasks. The next ingredient we will need is carbon powder. Carbon powder can be found from mining coal from the walls, exploring your island and finding fossils, or you can craft it by burning wood. That is my big hint for this, because again, each piece of iron ingot will require 1 charcoal. So what you can actually do is you can light all kinds of things on fire. You can do twigs, you can do tunics. Oh, actually I haven't maxed it out, but you can do bark, you can do twigs, you can do tunics, you can do legs, you can do sticks, you can do poles, you can burn all kinds of things. So once you start the fire, just keep an eye on it, because as it burns, it will turn into charcoal. So if you see the fire's raging, as we examine it, the twigs and stuff are turning into charcoal. So you've got to be careful that you put out the fire before it totally burns all your charcoal, because the fire will burn the charcoal out. So it's kind of a delicate balance between burning everything you need and getting the max amount of charcoal. So as long as you're pretty diligent in double checking, you shouldn't have any trouble with this step. It's just really holding space and double clicking. Holding space will pass time. So just wait for it to burn and you're good. So I recommend just getting a bottle of water and pouring it on the fire. You extinguish the flames and you can pick up all your charcoal. So that is the best way. And then another quick hint is if you run out of inventory space, you can actually just grind it into carbon powder, because it's quite a bit heavier in the coal form than it is the carbon powder form. So, destroy my mortar pestle. Anyway, on to the next part. The third item we will need is the wrought iron. The wrought iron will use iron ore, a hammer, and a lit furnace. So light your furnace and you can just change all the iron into wrought iron. Be careful as you click that you do not use the wrought iron into anything else. Hammer is in pretty bad shape, but keep working it. It actually requires a totally different skill than everything else, which is the blacksmithing skill. For the fourth and fifth item, which is talcum powder and limestone powder, you must mine out talc and limestone and grind them in a mortar and pestle. Once you have ground them, they will be into the powder format which you need. There's no other way to get them other than mining them, much like iron. Now, once you have all the parts completed, you just have to combine it into an iron ore. Oh man. Broke everything there. So you can fail to craft it and then you do not get nothing, but we ended up with 2 iron ore. Remember, if you want to make anything with your iron ore, you will have to make a forge and anvil. So the forge and anvil is a tool that is used to craft a lot of the iron equipment. The anvil also has to be lit. So to make an iron sword, we need another talcum powder, another sandglass flask. So, like I said, many of the ingredients are used multiple times throughout. So you'll have to collect a lot of all the different ingredients to get a full set. But once you do get a full set of everything, it is really worth it. So thanks guys for coming out for this advanced tutorial. I'll be back in the next one for more. Thanks guys. Later.